I did not mean to do that. I actually wanted to absorb a soul. Okay. It's not gonna work on these guys. Because as long as that aura is around them, they're immune to it. Like that, right? I assume Raziel absolutely cannot learn that until after he kills Terrell, anyways. So, not until this stage. That's just a guess, though. It's not to wonder if this actually does more damage or not. A charge like that. This leads back outside. Oh. Wrong button. I did just take a break in my defense. I forgot what the controls were for a couple of moments there. Actually, I didn't even need to go. Now I think about it, I didn't even need to go to the spectral, did I? Okay, I can't jump up there anymore. Okay, well there should be one down here. I don't want to have to deal with those things. I don't even know what the fuck that thing was. Ah! It's dudes. They're tumbling towards me. That's all like a light thing. Let's just ignore these guys. Just go in here. This door's open now. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool too. I don't know why that needed a cutscene, but okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I did notice that. I didn't understand what sort of purpose that thing held, but can't get to there from here. Can't get to those from here. Maybe. Probably not. No, definitely not. I could only make it to that one. Well, it's looking like I'm gonna have to take these guys out. Ah! Ah, damn it. I keep trying to do the downwards attack, but it's not letting me half the time. Okay, there's no more guys here. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I can. Wasn't completely sure. Yay, things I have to kill in here. These things. Yeah! Oh god! Damn it! These things are kind of annoying. Let's see, down here probably. Nope. There we go. Oh, why am I trying to break those? Spectral realm. Can't do that shit. Also, did a beam just, like, sink into the ground right there or something? Okay, so we're in this room now. Earth Reaver has a purpose. You can run around underwater because it's heavy. Anything over here before I... Meh. I don't care about that. I don't need to go to the spectrum for that thing. I'm legitimately trying to remember how I even got through that door I just broke on my second playthrough of this game. Because I didn't remember seeing the Earth Reaver thing. And I broke the door using psychic powers instead, because you can actually do that. And then I got stuck at a spot where you're required to use the Earth Reaver, but the game didn't give me the tooltip that's how you actually run around underwater. I'm not entirely sure how I did that. Come on. I think that might be the only Earth Reaver thing in this place that you're required to. And yeah, I think on my first playthrough I did the Earth Reaver thing. The second playthrough I didn't remember about how to do that, because the tooltip never popped up. And so I just broke it open with Psychic Blast. And really careful camera angling and being really mad at the game. Thinking that it was extremely dumb how it would do that to me. When in truth it was actually me who was extremely dumb. That's not that surprising. Anyways, ignoring all these guys, go right for Janos.
This relic had come at so high a cost. My blood offering for the answers I sought from this enigmatic corpse. It was the price of my freedom, for which Kain had paid with his life. Had I journeyed so far and forsaken so much, only to have it end like this?
I remember. Raziel, the heir of prophecy. You came for the Reaver, just before the Seraphim found me.
You've been entombed here for 5 centuries. Your murderers are long dead.
500 years. And Vorador?
Also dead. Your bloodline is erased. The age of the vampires is coming to an end.
Then we must waste no time.
I'm not who you think I am, nor is this a benevolent act. I have questions that apparently you alone can answer.
Raziel, there are forces in this world that will strive to deceive you and pervert your destiny. But you must believe your arrival foretells the salvation of the vampire race.
Why then would the vampires devise a weapon to consume and imprison their savior?
No, that cannot be.
While the blade yet exists, I am drawn inexorably toward my doom. It was you who bound me to this fate. Only you can release me.
Raziel, you have been misled. You are ordained by prophecy to wield the Reaver.
And so I do, though not quite as you'd envisioned.
Redeemer and Destroyer. Is it possible? Did I misread all the signs? It seems your destiny is more labyrinthian than I had imagined. You must trust me, Raziel. We may have very little time. I will convey you to the place where your answers lie.
Where have you brought me?
We are within the ancient citadel of the vampire race, long ago defiled and abandoned. This fortress endured through centuries of war against our great enemy,
The Hilden.
Yes. From this chamber, we witnessed the summoning of the Pillars and the banishment of our adversaries from the land. This is a dire omen. The binding is in peril. The hour of prophecy is at hand.
It's too late. The Pillars are already damned.
As long as a single one of us stands, there is still hope. The Pillars must not remain under human guardianship. They are not competent to serve.
Why then did you allow the Pillars to fall into human hands?
Raziel, there is no time.
I want answers. The world can end this instant for all I care.
Very well. The Hilden cursed us as they fell, afflicting our race with a predatory bloodthirst. But with this transformation came our enemy's true revenge. Immortality.
They liberated you from the Wheel of Fate.
They imprisoned our souls in this flesh, expelling us from the purifying cycle of death and rebirth.
And yet you passed the curse on.
It was a necessary evil. Our immortality banished us from God's grace. He turned his sight from us and fell silent. Many took their own lives, unable to bear the separation from our God.
Not you, though.
Curse or blessing, it is the price we pay to keep the Hilden banished from the land. To sustain the binding, we had to preserve our bloodline, and so we passed the dark gift to the human successors of our fallen guardians. They rebelled, inevitably, refusing the curse and seizing the pillars as their own. And so we come to our present dilemma. While mankind governs the pillars, the binding decays. The Hilden strain against the barriers of their prison, scratching to gain a foothold back into this world.
And what does all this mean to me?
We stand at the threshold of a new eon, Raziel, and you are the fulcrum upon which our destiny turns. Beneath this room lies our innermost sanctum. The outer chamber has been opened. It appears events are already in motion. This token is the key to the mysteries you seek. I cannot accompany you. You must face this trial alone. If you prevail, you will have your answers.
And if I fail the test?
Then you will not return.
Great, so now we're in this place. Raziel doesn't go through the entire place like Kain did. Granted, the vast majority of Kain's version of this place was going back through the, through all the shrines that Raziel had to do. Oh yeah, also there's demons everywhere. And I ain't dealing with that shit. I wouldn't be surprised if they can follow me to the spectral realm too. Yep, okay. They totally can. Okay, let's ignore them. I do not want to deal with them if I don't have to. And there we go. Let's go with water. That way I can at least freeze them. Oh yeah, this one's working real well. Ah. There's a lot of them. How many of you assholes are there? God. Is Kain dead yet? In here. Yeah, I remember one of my second playthrough, I got stuck there because I couldn't figure out how to get down there. Because no matter what you do, you can't break that without using the Reaper. I was extremely dumb and was stuck there for like 2 hours. I had friends over who were watching the game, and they fell asleep during that time until I eventually figured it out on accident.
I should have known I'd find you here.
Here and everywhere, now and always. I am the wheel and it's turning. I am the circle of life and death.
And I am beginning to think the vampires committed suicide only to escape your voice.
Do not forego my favor with your impertinence, Raziel. You have finally fulfilled your purpose. I am pleased.
What are you trying to obliterate here, then? What is it about me that has you so afraid?
Your fate is trivial, Raziel. It was Kain's destiny that mattered all along.
Oh, it's water. Okay. Oh, one's over there.
restore balance, the sword must be rendered pure by spirit. Release me, Raziel. The Soul Reaver has the power. Release us all. For this we were called. You have done well, Raziel. But there is one more trial for you to bear. You must unite what has been set asunder. Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true leader.
The Reaver now blazed with purifying flame, but far from being enlightened, I found myself entangled in an even greater web of mysteries. What had Janos expected me to learn? And what of Ariel's cryptic message? If the sword was endowed for the Scion of Balance, for Kain, and he was now dead, what hope remained? I needed to find Janos, and soon. I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend.
Alright, now we got Spirit Reaver. No. Raziel, please stop falling. I believe that this is... Yeah. You still need the other elemental ones. Would have been cool if we could use all them all, but yeah. Reaver. But I'm gonna need... I forgot I need Earth. Technically I don't need Earth equipped, but it'll make getting out of this water a lot faster. There we go. Right now I'll fight these guys because Spirit Reaver's actually really goddamn strong. Let's keep going. Damn it. Stop knocking me over. As you can see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 8%. Yeah, it replaces the Reaver, so that makes sense.
Janos, what is this?
The binding is failing. All is lost.
We had arrived at that cataclysmic moment when a younger Kain faced his fateful dilemma as Balance Guardian. Choosing self-preservation over sacrifice, he doomed the pillars to eternal ruin.
Raziel, there may yet be hope. There is one who will be called. You must seek the Scion of Balance. Dear God!
Raziel, we meet again. You have played your part flawlessly. It is gratifying to attain both freedom and vengeance in a single stroke.
No! You cannot!
This one is strong. Good. My next move requires a more durable host. Mortals are such fragile vessels. Willing or not, you have provided the instrument of our victory.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
You pathetic creature. You haven't got a clue. The seduction of the Circle and possession of Mortanius, Ariel's murder, the corruption and collapse of the Pillars, all orchestrated as a prelude to this moment. We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Audron, having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it. We've already won.
Raziel, you must not allow them to carry out their plan. Kill me, and you end it now.
Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside. You deluded ghoul. Do you so wish to die a martyr for the vampire's lost cause?
You're not leaving this chamber. I will destroy Janos if I have to.
Very well then. I'll indulge you.
So yeah. And yeah, the guy possessing him is, the same demon that you fight at the end of Blood Omen 1, and as well, and he's also the Hilden Lord from Blood Omen 2. Same guy. Okay, how do I damage him again? Okay, I'm trying to remember how to actually hurt him. Okay. Exactly how to actually hit this guy. Can I just stall him or something? Okay, I probably have to dodge that. Damn it. sure I can actually see where he is so that I can dodge that. Or, okay, no, he's doing that one. Okay, the switch. Try to heal myself. Not much, but something. Damn it! Ah, damn it! Trying to dodge it in time is kind of difficult. Right, okay, yeah, that's that attack. Tornado. Damn it! Do something? Just wanted to see if I can get it up there. It's not really letting me. Not really doing any of his one attacks at all anymore. Can I even hit him anymore? And he's doing that AoE, which is gonna hit me right before I eat them. Ugh. This is getting kind of annoying. I actually have no idea how I'm supposed to hurt him now. I was supposed to get him while he's in the middle of doing that or something. Yeah, that looks like it. It's kind of hard to do when if you're targeting him. I guess that kind of goes with it. I guess that's kind of how this game kind of works. If you're actually targeting the boss, he's actually really hard to hit. You know. There we go.
Raziel, finish it before he returns.
You should have listened to me. Now it is finished, and thus a new epic has its beginning. Do you see? However far you stray, you will always return to me. Surrender, Raziel.
Never!
Your efforts are wasted, Raziel. That weapon you bear, however endowed, remains only a wraith blade. It cannot touch me.
I will not be your prisoner.
You have no choice. Your task is fulfilled. Kain has been cleared from the board, and this chamber made ready for my more malleable servants. There is nothing more for you to do.
I refuse to bend my will.
It has always been my will you satisfy, never your own.
You parasitic fraud. You are forced to imprison me because I possess free will.
You possess nothing. As you are undying, your soul cannot be returned to the wheel. But it may console you to abide here in eternity with me. Mobius, my good servant, I call you to the place of our first meeting. Return to me here.